G'day everyone, Len the Crafty Cranker here. I'm kind of excited today. I've reached a milestone for myself, up to over 200 subscribers. And I reached the 200 mark there about a couple of days ago. And I'm really excited. I'm going on my second year now with this channel. And I'm really happy and for the response that I've got. And I want to thank everyone who subscribed to my channel and who watches. And I want to thank everyone. And it's been great. And I'm really excited. And I'm going to keep going. And so I know when I first started out, I was called Len the Illuminator. Because I just worked on the loom, the round looms there. And then I changed my channel name to Len the Crafty Cranker, because I worked on the central and the knitting machines that I work on, where I make a lot of hats and scarves and stuff, and that's what I did there. And I still do a lot of stuff on my knitting machines, like, cause I can make up hats and scarves and cowls. Like nothing on the knitting machines, because it doesn't take very long. And I make little snowmen and stuffies. And so I made this guy here. There, I think you've seen him. He was one I made on my knitting machine, on my Addy 22. Little snowman I made. And that's what I create on my knitting machines, because it doesn't take very long. Excuse me. And also all kinds of stuff. But anyways, back to the knitting. And so I'm only about 3 weeks in now to my knitting, and I've made my scarf and ear warmer, neck warmer. And I have two things on the needles right now. And so the yarn, I'm going to show you the yarn I've been using, because I like it and it's good yarn that I use for this. And it's called the Workhorse yarn. And it's because the fibers, they don't split. And if you see it here, if I show you, the fibers, there's no split in the yarn, and it's really good yarn. And I love this yarn to start out with, as being a new knitter, because it works up nicer and it comes off your needles and it doesn't really split. And it's good yarn for those who are starting out. And so, anyways, this is going to be an ear warmer there. And I've been working on that for about 2 days now, because I've been working on another one, and I've graduated, and I'm going to show you what because I got two projects. One was just straight garter stitch, it's just a knit stitch, and I was doing another one. It was just purl, and I would go back and forth. I would do some knitting on the knit, then I would just do straight purl stitches, and this was my purl stitch here. And that was purling. There, that was just straight purl, and I'd go back and forth. But then I graduated. I was talking to my wife, and she's the one that got me started. If you want to know the truth, she said, so it's funny, because when I first started out, she would put the stitches on for me, and so I started out really small. I only would do maybe 10 or 12 on the needle. And so I've gone up a few more on my needle. And this one here is 13 along here. And I put these on myself. And if you're just starting out, if you just start out small. Do small projects, because it's a lot better and it's a lot easier until you get to know your get more confident, because it takes up a lot of your concentration and focus when you're knitting. Because when I'm knitting in that, I can't do anything else. I just start knitting. But I've gone from from the pearl stitch, which is just, that's what it is there, and the garter stitch, I graduated to what they call the stocking knit stitch. So what that is, see, I made myself a memory here. I put in a stitch marker and I put down the stitch side. I just made a little note there so that way I know I don't get confused when I'm turning my when I'm going back and forth. So this side here is the knit side, right here, and it's the stockinette stitch, and it's got just the smooth side, and on the back is the pearl side, and it's got all just bumps, and it's curling up, but I know how to fix that because when you're running the round looms, you know how to just what you would do is you would just knit and purl the ends, and that way you wouldn't get the curling up. But that's the bumpy side, which is the pearl side. So my wife said that's what they call the stockinette, and I guess this is how they make sweaters. There with the knit side, because it's just all smooth. And all you do is you knit that row. You just knit along that row. You just do knitting, and then you switch it around and back, and you do the purl. You would knit the purl side, and that's how it would look when you were just doing knitting one side and purling on the other side, and it's called the stockinette. So that's how I graduated from another stitch, and that's pretty cool. And I like purling. I don't mind purling because I practiced by just doing all purl right there, that bottom part, before I started the stockinette stitch. That was just all purl. And they call that, it's still a garter stitch, but it's all purling. And I don't do any knitting. And this is just straight knit. And I guess it's just a garter, what they call a garter stitch, just a straight knit. And so, yeah, and I notice I'm getting a little bit better. My edges are getting straighter because my tension's better. Because all I'm doing is just practicing. That's all I'm doing. And yeah, so I'm really happy about what's going on. So like my milestone, 200 subscribers. And yeah, if you're just starting out, you use a yarn that you're comfortable with and the needles that you're comfortable with. These are a 5.5 and these are the metal, and I like these better than the bamboo because this is the bamboo ones, and actually I like like these ones better, the steel ones. These are because I like the way they slide off the yarn better when you're finishing your stitch. And always finish your stitch because I had a hard time finishing my stitches. So yeah, and so anyways, and if you want to find a couple of guys that are just really good at it, if you want a tutorial, like there's a couple of guys that I watch. It's called Smell the Great Guy, and he has his own YouTube channel. He's called Smell Great Guy, and his name is Ross, and he knits. And another guy is Fiber Spider, which is Craig, and he knits and crochets and that. But these guys, they're phenomenal at what they do. And there's more. I mean, tons more. But these are the two guys that I go to if, you know what I mean. But when I started stitching, when I started doing knitting, I never watched videos because I had my wife. She would show me what to do and how to do it. And so, I mean, and she's phenomenal in her own right as well. Because she's done tons and tons of stuff. She knows how to do socks and blankets, and I mean, you name it, she's done it, and she's great. So she's showing me how to do it, and that's how I got started. And the reason why I do it right-handed, and I'm a left-handed person, is because she put my I think I mentioned this earlier in the video. She started me out right-handed, which works out great. And I mean, I don't mind doing it right-handed because it works out better for me. And about my lives, I think I'm going to give myself a little bit more time before I do a live and get more comfortable, because if I'm knitting or doing whatever, I can't talk when I'm knitting, because it takes up all my time to focus and concentrate on what I'm doing. And I don't want to be rude and not talk if I'm doing a live. I mean, I can stop what I'm doing after I finish a row, and I mean, if I can read the comments and answer your questions or talk or whatever, I mean, that would be good for me. So anyways, I mean, I think that's all for now. And I really want to thank everybody for watching, and all the people who have subscribed to my channel in the last 3 or 4 weeks, because it's grown exponentially in the last 3 or 4 weeks. I can't believe it. And so anybody that wants to subscribe to this channel, please do. And I want to thank everybody for what they've done, and all the comments have been positive. And so anyways, I'm just going to knit up a row here while I'm still on here. And it's been great the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's been just awesome. So I'm just going to knit away here, maybe try and do a row. And the knitting to me is I don't mind it. So I'm knitting a row up here. I'm just holding on to my yarn here and pulling my needle through and just finishing off my stitches. I always finish off your stitches, because I always had a hard time finishing. And what I do is, when I do a stitch, when I finish in the stitch, I drop it down. I drop it down there. I don't take it up over top of the needle. I just bring it over top here and just drop it down like that. So that way the stitch isn't coming off your needles. And bring it down. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I've had a lot of people say that they're new knitters, and I've inspired them a little bit. And since I've been knitting, and a brand new knitter, never even picked up needles before, other than the fact that I did it on the round looms, and the looms are pretty well the same as knitting if you look the way that you do it on a round loom. And on the round looms, you can do purl stitches. You can do 3 or 4 different types of stitches on your round looms. And I know how to do that on a loom. And my next thing that I'm going to learn how to do is I'm gonna do like a color change. But my wife told me that what you can do is, excuse me for a minute, you can knit. I'm going to put on 10 stitches. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put on 5 of one color and 5 of another color, all in one stitch. And you'll have 2 threads, but you'll be doing, your first 5 will be one color, and the last 5 will be a different color. And so I'm going to try that and see how that works. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's going to be my next thing that I'm going to do. And I'm also going to maybe try and increase and decrease. I had to laugh because my wife says, you already know how to increase or decrease, because what you're doing is you're picking up 2 stitches at the same time, so you're decreasing. So I've done that a lot, where I've picked up 2 stitches and I didn't realize it until I was done my row. So I had to go back and pick up the 2 stitches and make them back into one. So yeah. So anyways, I'm loving it. I'm enjoying the knitting, and I'm kind of getting a little better at it by not making too many mistakes. Don't get me wrong, I still do, and I still need my wife's help to help me out, because there's some of the things that I do I don't know how to fix. I know how to pick up the 2 stitches if I picked up an extra stitch. I know how to do that. I just go back through and pick up 2 stitches and make it on 1 stitch again. Yeah. So again, if you like this, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, subscribe. If you want to share this channel, please do. And so I'm just about done my row here. When I'm done this row, I'll let you go. And keep on commenting. Just keep on doing. If you're knitting or crocheting or whatever, just keep on going. So anyways, thank you, and have a great day, and bye for now.